So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. So I just saw M3GAN at the theater, and I have mixed emotions. I'm going to give you my honest opinion of the movie, but I'm also going to vent about review sites such as Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, one video with two purposes. So what are we waiting for? Let's go.
I won't let anything harm you. Ever again.
Before I get into my review of M3GAN and my mini rant on Rotten Tomatoes, please consider supporting my small channel by subscribing. Also, like all the videos that you watch. It does help. And if you enjoy this video or other videos you watch, please also hit that little notification bell, and you're going to know when to come back and watch my next video, because it's going to notify you. So here is the brief synopsis of M3GAN, or M3GAN, or however you're supposed to pronounce that dumbass name.
Is that a doll? Model 3 generative android. M3GAN for short.
Well, who cares? So this is a description straight from the Internet Movie Database with only minimal spoilers. Gemma suddenly becomes the caretaker of her orphaned 8-year-old niece, Katie, and is unprepared to be a parent. Gemma decides to pair her M3GAN prototype doll with Katie, a decision that will have unimaginable consequences. Ooh. So M3GAN stars Allison Williams as Gemma and Violet McGraw as Katie. And can I go ahead and ask, do those two characters have the worst names in movie history or what? Wow, Gemma? What parent would name their child Gemma? Can you imagine growing up with that?
Who the fuck wrote this bullshit?
Sorry. So if you think that young actress Violet looks familiar, she's the sister of another young Blumhouse star, Madeline McGraw. She was in Black Phone, so now you know. So I want to go ahead and say that M3GAN is a pretty decent movie. Don't get me wrong, but I honestly do believe that people are blowing it out of proportion as far as the Rotten Tomatoes rating anyway. The movie is very, very predictable, and the plot, let's just say, is utterly ridiculous. So the first act of M3GAN is extremely slow, and it's really paint by numbers. I'm going to admit, if you've seen the trailer or similar movies like The Child's Play, specifically the reboot that just came out recently, you're going to know the main plot points of this movie. And you've probably seen all the best scenes of the movie if you've watched the trailer. So what up, Blumhouse? Can you quit doing that? Can you quit ruining your own movies with your own trailers? So like I said, the best scenes include that weird chase scene you see in the forest with her running on all fours, and that dumbass little TikTok video with her in the hallway. But those scenes are few and far between. And M3GAN doesn't really have much of a personality in this. You get a lot of dry, computerized dialogue from M3GAN. She doesn't really have an over-the-top personality like a doll like Chucky. And I guess, though, it's understandable since they're going for a more realistic feel of AI here in this doll. So the plot has so many holes in it that you're really going to have to check your brain at the door. So think about this. The doll didn't exist other than a prototype before this movie started. And when they see how well it paired with a human girl, they immediately tried to put it into production like a week after they were going to be just planning testing. They don't want anyone to know about it either. But then they let the creator take it out in public.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
You're also going to find out just how strong and powerful M3GAN is during her struggle with Gemma at the end of the movie in their little fight scene. Now, how would that pass any safety tests? The doll has robotic strength, for Christ's sake. There are also not very many kills in this film, and you see a lot of the victims a mile away, and the gore is almost non-existent, which was expected because this was a PG-13 film, and I knew about that going in. So don't watch the last trailer, though, that just dropped for sure. It's basically going to show you the kills that happen almost in exact order in the film. So I guess it seems like I'm shitting all over this movie. But I'm not. It's very well made, and I really do think Allison Williams did a good job in her role. So what's so good about M3GAN? Well, M3GAN herself. The doll looks amazing and is creepy at times. You can't look away when she's walking or stalking around. And the doll is constantly learning because of her surroundings and all of the experiences it has with personal contact with humans. And as we all know, it's always a problem in movies that deal with AI like this, right?
Skynet fully operational, processing at 60 teraflops per second.
Let's pray to God this works.
Skynet defense system now activated.
Let's talk about the movement of the doll. It's amazing. I know it's a mix of practical effects, CGI, and actors, but they take these effects to the next level in this movie. It feels so real when M3GAN is walking around, and like I said, there's a lot of scenes where she's creepy as fuck. So while the movie does have a lot of shortcomings, it isn't terrible by all means. There's a lot of potential with how this story could go into a sequel. So I'm going to end this review by addressing also the current high Rotten Tomatoes score it has. This film is the perfect example of why I don't read those type of sites anymore, and they're micro reviews. You either have certified fresh or rotten. There's no middle ground, and that's where M3GAN belongs, in the middle. It's not rotten, but it's far from great. Every film in my top 10 list from 2022 was way better than this. So either my standards have become way too high for movies like this, or everybody else's standards have dropped way too low. Which is it? Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I did like M3GAN, but I'm going to give it a thumbs up, though it's not going to be very enthusiastic. There's better films in this category of horror, and I think we would have had a better film if it had more surprises and more gore. So have you seen M3GAN? And if so, what did you think? And if not, are you going to see it? And either way, come back after you've seen it and watch my video and drop a comment and let me know what you thought. Also, like I said at the beginning, like this video or any other video you watch. I really appreciate you guys supporting my channel. I'm going to do more reviews, things I watch, and I'll probably review a lot more physical media as far as older titles, catalog titles, so I can recommend movies to you guys. And I know I've got a small channel and I've got a long way to go, but I can prove myself as far as recommending movies to you guys and letting you know some older titles that you might can sprinkle in with some of these new theatrical movies that are coming out. But I'll always let you know my opinion, and as you know, I'm always going to be honest. I don't always go with the flow of what everybody else says. I like Halloween Ends. Sue me. So either way, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the normal YouTube stuff. You keep supporting me, and I'll keep making great content. So until next time, boys and girls, this is JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying, you guys be safe out there.
This is the part where you run.